Hello there. My name is Roy, my co-host Corey. We are The Real Guys, and this is The Real Show with two ears. Put on your big hat, put on your khaki jacket and your shirt, grab your whip, and jump into the Temple of Doom. That's the second film. But Raid the Lost Ark.
Great.
With Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. As always, I'm Maury, my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Feeling very adventurous today, Corey?
I am.
Excellent. Indeed. As always, you can watch us on our video version on The Real Show YouTube channel, The Real Show. Follow us on Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts, we're there. You can also follow us and interact with us on Twitter at The Real Show FM. We're still that, as I always say. We always ask you if we are still that. I know that because I run the Twitter account, so I should know when I'm tweeting. Maybe I'll tweet off Indiana Jones, Corey. Yeah. I'll put, crack your whip.
Yep. Great, yep.
Accurate whip noise there.
Yes, definitely.
Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Not even that. The Raiders of the Lost Ark, Corey. Yep. It's not even called Indiana Jones.
Nope.
We're reviewing this 1981 film because of the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Correct.
The new film coming out
in like a week.
In like a week's time. That's right. As we record this, like a week's time. It'll probably be out by the time. It's out right now. Go and watch it. I think it comes out on the Friday, and this will be the Saturday.
No, it literally is a week today.
Oh, excellent.
Next Wednesday, I think. Is it 28th?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's 21st today.
Yeah.
The 28th, it's amazing. Harrison Ford, he's back.
He is.
We've got Mads Mikkelsen as a villain, Toby Jones. It's going to be fantastic. But we're taking a look at the first film in the Indiana Jones series.
Correct.
Which is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, Corey, I don't want to say Corey has a great affinity for this film, but he enjoys it very much. So much that as we started recording, he's told me that he'd seen it 4 times.
Yep.
I was like, how many times can you see one film?
Well, I know.
What was the first time you saw this film? Was it in 1981?
No. Unfortunately not. No, I was occupied that day. I was doing some bowling instead. No, first time I watched this film was for college.
Right.
I was sat down at college. We used to watch a film every Friday, every week. Once a week, every Friday. And they were like, okay, today you're doing Raiders of the Lost Ark. So we all sat down and watched Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And then every time since then, it's just kind of like, it's like, oh, it's on TV. Normally, it's like, oh, it's on TV. Oh, it happens to be on TV.
Right, okay.
Scroll through channels. Oh, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's like me with Casino Royale.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every time Casino Royale comes on TV, I watch it. I don't like Casino Royale.
It's on TV.
Exactly.
It's on TV. Yeah, every now and then.
It's like the Harry Potter movies. They run the Indiana Jones trilogy or quadrilogy every year or so.
We forget about the 4th one.
Do we? Trilogy then. It runs the trilogy every year or so you can always catch it.
Yeah, we don't talk about Crystal Skull.
No, we don't. The Raiders of the Lost Ark was a revolutionary film, a sort of pet passion project, a labour of love, if you will, by Steven Spielberg and creator of one of my favourite franchises of all time, Star Wars creator George Lucas, came up with it. They were on holiday together. Indiana being, of course, the name of George Lucas's dog, if you didn't know that. Indiana Jones, the renowned adventurer, archaeologist, and cool hot professor in the college as well. He daylights as he's like Batman. He daylights as the college professor, and he moonlights as the adventurer with the hat and the whip and the gun. He's raiding temples. He's raiding a particular temple with Alfred Molina is with him.
Yep.
Alfred Molina plays the guide. We know him as Dr. Octopus. He's in there. There's traps and arrows flying. He's ducking and diving. He's jumping and dodging. And he's getting to the idol.
Yes, he is.
Now, this film is very influential, Corey.
Yep.
Not only is it influential on the wider film community, it's also influential on us.
Correct.
Because you can... I'll yell at you to this, Corey. You know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going. Anyone who has been paying attention recently to us, or our Twitter, or any form of social media.
Our YouTube as well.
Yep, our YouTube. Would know this is our current,
logo?
Technically logo, yeah.
It's not really a logo, because we don't really... Well, we do reuse it.
Yeah.
But the definition of a logo is really like a symbol.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like promotional shot,
yes.
I suppose. Our promotional shot, let's call it.
So our profile pictures on social media, on our Spotify pages, on our YouTube, it is there.
It's us reaching for the idol, which is a golden microphone.
It's a golden microphone.
And because we're very unique, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
We're reaching for it. We're doing the Indiana Jones pose. I look constipated. Corey looks like so much that I've cut our faces out of the Twitter wall. It's just two hands reaching for a microphone, which I think is good enough.
It works.
It works, but I don't want to put my constipation face on. I can put it on YouTube. I cannot put it on Twitter.
Yes.
You look good though. You look like you're real. You know, you've got the hat. You've got the adventurous look. I just look like I'm, trying to do a poo. you're even holding a bag. I didn't notice this at the time.
Yes.
But you were holding a bag to grab the microphone and place the.
Yep.
That was a fun shooting day.
Yep.
Because we aren't actually reaching towards anything, Corey. Spoilers.
Yeah, we weren't.
We aren't actually reaching towards anything. We're just reaching towards nothing, and you add it in post.
And then we thought, we'll just get some more promo shots.
Yep.
That's that picture at the end of every single YouTube video, but no one gets to because no one watches the whole way through.
Well, it's the picture of us sitting in the seats, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or looking towards the cinema. That was a good one. The one that we looked like we were in the cinema.
Yes.
Where it's us sitting on those rows of chairs and we're looking up at the screen. That's a good one. I feel like if we had a reverse version of that, you could sort of chroma key, green screen the screen, so it looks like we're looking at something.
Well, that picture's edited.
I know it's edited. The lighting's edited, but
no, and the seats behind us.
Oh, and the seats behind us.
Yeah.
But really?
Yeah.
You've got me with that. I thought that's how it was.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's us sat on like two seats.
Yeah, I know.
All the rows behind us aren't real.
Oh, right. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But I have the chroma key idea. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. That's video magic there. That's editing magic. Yep. Indiana Jones and the Raiders. I'll call it the Raiders Lost Ark from now on. I call it Indiana Jones and the Raiders Lost Ark. That is not its actual title. It's just called Raiders Lost Ark.
Yes, or if you're cool, Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah.
I'll call it Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really niche.
Yeah.
Have you seen Raiders?
Yeah. See, some people say that. Normally, it's in context when you talk about a film. Oh, what's your favourite? Some people just go Raiders.
Raiders. Is Raiders people's films? Some people's favourite films?
I would say mine's Temple of Doom.
Right. Okay.
Which I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't know if that's like.
Is that a hot take? Is that a hot take?
No, a hot take would be Christmas Skull, in all fairness.
Okay.
I don't actually know what is considered the best one. I know it's not the third one. I like the third one, but I think people kind of go, that's like good, but it's not as good as I think.
It's not Raiders.
It's not Raiders.
It's not Raiders.
Nope.
I think people the favourite must be Raiders then.
Probably.
Because it has all the classic Indiana Jones things in it.
It's got exactly. It's got a boulder.
It's got the boulder. It's got the idol.
Yeah.
It's got the man's trying to fight with a sword, use a gun on him. It's got all the stuff. It's got the big explosions. It's got the big Nazis. It's got the punch.
It's got the big Nazis.
It's got the big Nazis. It's got Punch a Man under a plane. It's got all that kind of stuff. It's very scrappy. Let's skip forward in the plot a bit. Also, spoilers for a film that came out 40 years ago.
Yes.
If you've not seen it now, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, exactly.
You're dead. There's the bit where he is fighting the big Nazi.
But yeah.
And it's very scrappy, Indiana Jones. People say, can Indiana Jones beat James Bond in a fight? Or whatever. Can Indiana Jones beat an action hero? Indiana Jones has an amazing tolerance for being beaten. I've realised this. Because I've also recently watched Temple of Doom. We're not reviewing Temple of Doom, but I have watched it.
Yep.
When Indiana Jones is in a fight, it's very 80s action. It's like, block a punch on your left, hit him with your right, scrappy fighting. It's like, punch the guy, but I'm also getting punched at the same time. We're just grabbing each other. Marion's just hitting a man with a box. Did you see that?
Yeah.
When they're in Egypt, they're in a fight in the street, and Marion's just hitting this guy with a box on the head. It's like, I don't even know what it is. It's like a cinder block.
Yeah.
She's building it like it's a piece of paper. It's like she's just kind of swinging it at him, and it's amazing.
Also, interestingly, I've just been doing some research and checking not only several lists, but also IMDb's ratings itself. Actually, Temple of Doom out of the 3 is the lowest rated one.
What is it?
It is considered the worst out of the 3. Raiders is top. On every list.
Perhaps you give me some Raiders trivia.
It's Raiders, Last Crusade, and then it's Temple. I don't know if that's just hindsight, though, because I think when I was younger, the idea of, Indy running from a boulder, but like the weird, underground and the fire and the pits, and that was that's, And maybe going back, it's maybe not as good.
I feel like Raiders has a lot of the intrigue. There's Belloc, and they've got a history together.
Yes.
And Belloc's like, you let me take it from you again, Dr. Jones. You should be very careful of where you leave these adults. Like that.
I think it's also because when I was younger and I played the Lego game.
Lego Indiana Jones?
Yeah, I think Temple of Doom was my favourite.
Oh, yeah.
Game to go through. Yeah. That was fun.
Whereas Raiders is more, sneaking around a campsite and ducking in tents.
You still do fight a big nasty man.
Yeah, exactly. And there's other shady figures. The opening is class. It's like a cold open.
Yep.
You get the raid through. He raids the sort of secret temple.
Yes.
Comes out with the idol. All the indigenous people are there, and of course Alfred Molina doesn't make it out. But I like his. He drops the whip and he goes, "Oops!" and off he goes. He goes, "Butterfingers," as Dr. Octopus would say.
You want some trivia?
Okay, give me a couple bits of trivia. Indie trivia?
So,
Indivia.
Sure. This is the obvious one. The sword scene wasn't meant to go that way.
Have you done that to someone before when you're watching Indiana Jones with somebody?
And you've told them.
You've told them that it's like Viggo Mortensen breaks his toe.
Yeah.
All those classic facts.
Yeah, that wasn't meant to happen.
Oh, have you done that to someone before?
I
have.
I think I've done it for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I've not done it for Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay. When he does that scene, you go, that was actually improvised, and Harrison Ford actually, came up with the idea because he had gout on the day or something.
Something like that.
He had indigestion. He had a poor tummy.
Yeah.
So we thought, I don't want to fight this guy with a whip. Can I just pull out my gun and shoot him? It's like, that works.
Did you also know that R2D2 and C-3PO?
They're in the film.
Oh, engraved.
I didn't catch them. I knew they were in it, and I knew roughly what shot it was.
Yeah.
Roughly what shot it was. I tried to find it and I couldn't find it. Yeah. I think it's when they actually raised the Ark up, when him and Salah raised the Ark out of the ground.
Yeah, it's freeze-framing during the Well of Souls scene. You can notice a golden pillar with a tiny engraving of R2D2 and C-3PO. What else we got here? What other trivia have we got? The out-of-control airplane actually ran over Harrison Ford's knee.
Oh no!
Tearing a ligament in his left leg.
He always has problems with knees.
I was going to say I was going to say it's not the first time he's injured himself injured his leg on a film set. Hello, Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Was that his leg or was that his arm?
Or injured his leg in a plane accident.
Oh, that.
He's done that as well.
Was it his arm or leg on Star Wars?
I think it was his leg.
That was a door or something, wasn't it?
Was it?
The recent Star Wars films. Do you know, like?
He's only in two of them.
Yeah. I swear like a door shut on him.
He's
I can't
in
remember
Force Awakens and Skywalker.
Yeah, I swear like a door shut on him or something.
Oh, I think it's really Force Awakens. He's running around with doors in that
Probably.
Skywalker Saga is just standing on a
yeah
rainy platform, going, "Oh son, I've got a beard. You don't remember me with this though." And he says like, "Oh Dad, I want to be a Jedi again." And he's like, "You." That's how he sounds.
Yep.
He goes, "Oh, kid, I'm an old man. I've got a like that." No, he doesn't sound like he's passing a motion in the battle while he's talking. But you know what? Speaking of Harrison Ford,
yes,
you cannot top 1980s, 1970s, late 1970s, early 1980s Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
He's just got hasn't he? He's Han Solo, Indiana Jones. A third one I'm probably missing out on at the time. He's just got those big roles, those big, he's everywhere.
What was he doing?
And he is, type in, what's Harrison Ford doing? Late 1970s, early 1981.
Blade Runner.
Exactly, Blade Runner. That's the big one, sorry. Blade Runner, he's just in these amazing action franchises, playing these cool heroes. Like, oh my God, he's just got it. He's handsome up the wall.
Yeah.
He's charismatic. He's cool, he's slick, he's dry, he's wry.
Is it Apocalypse Now?
He is.
He says he's in it. I have seen that film, but I can't remember him being in it.
Is that the one with Willem Dafoe? If he is, he is. Or is that? Sorry, that's Platoon.
Yeah. It's Apocalypse Now is for like.
I know it's the Vietnam.
Yeah,
film.
it's the one where like, the shot of the guy's head is like coming out of the water.
Yeah. Colonel Kurtz.
Yes. It's the Martin Sheen one, not the other one.
Mm.
Who was Harrison Ford? Colonel Lucas.
So
I don't know who that is.
I mistook it for Platoon. Which is
that's fair enough, considering that's his son.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's another war film.
Oh yeah, exactly. Sure. But he's just got it. He's just Han Solo, amazing character. Smuggler. Indiana Jones, adventurer, Blade Runner. I forget his character called Blade Runner, but is still cop on the edge. Fantastic. These roles have defined him through this era. That era is his era. The late 1970s, early 1980s. When did the first Blade Runner come out?
First Blade Runner, you were looking at 1982.
1982, exactly.
A year after
this. So, exactly. he's on top of the world.
Yep.
He's on top of the world as an actor. He's He's absolutely fantastic. I'm in awe of him in this period of time. He's on top of the world as an actor. You know, it's Harrison Ford's world from 1977 to, you know, Empire Strikes Back as well. Empire Strikes Back, absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
I love it personally. I love it. I love seeing him in this era as well. He's just got the coolness, the cool factor. You can't teach that, Corey. You can't teach the coolness, and Harrison Ford has got it.
So I'm just looking for.
What do you think of Ford's performance in this? Apart from it's amazing.
There's C3PO not to do too. I mean, yeah, you can't fault it, to be honest.
No, can't touch it.
Can't touch it. Which outside of film, you might not think that, because outside of film he's very stoic.
Yeah, stoic. He's quiet. Blank-faced. He's quiet. Doesn't react to much. But you know when. I don't know if it was like that in the 1970s. Maybe he was.
Yeah.
But didn't he get like a job as a painter or something? Wasn't he initially kind of like a decorator or something?
You see, for some reason that. But somewhere in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, I've heard that before.
And he had like an advert or something. He did like a commercial.
Yeah.
And he picked up from that. Have a look at his wiki. See what it says for, you know, started career origins or whatnot, or work before acting. That might help. I'll talk a bit more about Harrison.
And they put how did Han Solo?
And even how did Han Solo? Well, he was on Corellia, born on Corellia. He was a smuggler for Lady Proxima. Anyway, I'll skip over that. We've seen the film. We've seen Solo. Underrated, I think.
Yep.
But no, he has the factor. He has the it factor, the X factor. And even though everyone is really good at this film, John Rhys Davies as Salah has that great compassion and friendliness about him as well. You want him as your friend in Egypt.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Corey's got a bit of history for us now. This is Corey's sit down with history in Corey's corner.
Okay, so 1972. For the first Star Wars movie, it was being casted by a guy called Fred Roos. Harrison Ford was working for him as a carpenter. That's how he got the audition.
Okay.
So at that point, he had already done acting in small roles, became a carpenter again, and then the guy he was making stuff for was like, I'm doing Star Wars, I'm the casting director, and then he somehow wormed his way to get an audition. So he was probably, I don't know, making a table or a chair or something.
I imagine him like making a ceiling. I don't know. My vision of him is like he's like Michelangelo. You know, Michelangelo did on his back.
Yeah.
He's like up a ladder on his back, like hammering a ceiling panel. That's how I imagine it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
What do you imagine Carpenter Harrison Ford doing?
I imagine him making a
chair.
Director's chair.
Oh wow!
So he can then go to George Lucas and go, "I've made you this chair. Put me in the film."
Oh, amazing! I can imagine him like those Coke adverts.
I imagine him just kind of sat there next to George Lucas going, how do you like your chair? Oh, you're making a new Star Wars. Oh, you're making a new film. Oh, it sounds great. I used to do acting before.
A new Star Wars, like he's already made one in 1977, 1972.
Yeah, well, you know, I
that film for it came out in 1977. The first Star Wars film is so drudged in pre-production. It took like 10 years to make or something.
I used to act. So I was very good at acting. I was, making your chair.
Making you a chair faster and more intense. So that's. But George Lucas is amazing. I always say that George Lucas is an amazing story guy.
Yeah.
He's an amazing ideas man. Dialogue, he's a bit ropey, and actually does just tend to write they fight.
Yes.
But because he knows that he's happy to leave it to other people. But I'm glad that George Lucas is a great ideas guy. He's a great story guy. We know that from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. We know that from A New Hope. We know that from all the other stories he's created and the prequels as well. Not the dialogue and the whatnots, but the actual story of it, as the story of effectively how Palpatine's rise to power is fantastic. I say that always. He's a good ideas guy. He's a good guy for creating these great worlds and writing these great stories. And what goes on in his head is fantastic.
Yes.
And Indiana Jones is Raiders is a great example of that, because the story by George Lucas of the slightly more real world adventure man is fantastic. Is really, really great.
That's it, yeah. Real world adventure man.
Real world adventure man. You know what? That's on Indiana Jones' business card. He goes, "Hello, I'm Indiana Jones, real world adventure man."
Would Indiana Jones have a business card?
He would if he's a professor.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah.
Exactly. That's what he says under the subtext. It's got Dr. Indiana Jones it says college professor, and in brackets it says real world adventure man.
No, if you had a business card, it'd be one of them like I don't quite what you call them, but like there'd be like a little code there, but you had to like figure it out yourself, and it would like take to like a little website.
What, like a cipher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you look at it and go, oh, this is a nice professor. And like, but if you knew, like you can
it's
get
like
little clues.
Yeah, it's like Cicada.
And it leads you to like his, I don't know, secret profile for Indiana Jones.
It's not on MySpace. Why is this? Is this 1981?
It's like his hidden phone number or something.
His hidden phone number. That's a good idea. His hidden phone number. He's got like the bat phone in his house.
Yeah.
It's like Commissioner Gordon. He's gonna pull back the head of the.
He's sat there in like a underground bunker with like loads of maps of like where his artifacts are.
Yeah, I can see it.
And some reason, what do you want? I want like a holy grail, and he's like, I can add this to the list.
He's like the bat cave. Yeah. He gets the red. He's got the red phone, and he puts it up, and he goes, "Hello." He puts on the voice. He goes, "Hello," and he goes, I need I need the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, I'm on it.
I was trying to think of what other artifacts exist.
Yeah.
Excalibur, please.
The Ark of the Covenant in this film is created by the Egyptian pharaohs.
Correct.
And has the secret to commune with God itself, with the deities themselves in the inside the Ark. Great piece of great set design here. Great prop design. The design of the Ark is fantastic. You pick it up and it's got this huge box in the middle and very ornate. But of course, sinister forces are converging on the Ark.
Correct.
It's the Nazi Germany. It's 1936. They've not invaded France yet, but they do that in 1939. Because I know World War II, Corey.
Great, good.
But it was Nazi Germany in 1936, because Hitler had control of the Reichstag. So can we say Hitler?
Yeah.
You can say Hitler. You can't say Hitler I don't think you can say Hitler on YouTube.
It's contextual for this film.
It is contextual. But Hitler did have control of the Reichstag in 1936. So, because I don't know if he'd done the Night of Long Knives yet, or I think he had. He must have done the Beer Hole Push since then. And then he did have control of the Reichstag as Chancellor.
You'd have to ask George Lucas that one.
Yeah, well, I don't know how good George Lucas is in his World War II military history. He might be German history. He might be too busy in a food court in Adelaide or something. Anyway, the Nazis are after this Ark.
Correct. Because
there's interest in it. And the two American guys, one of which is played by Jack Porkins from Star Wars, the X-Wing pilot. You know Jack Porkins?
I have a name.
Okay, have a look. He's the same guy, one of the military guys from the US military guys
Jack
from
Porkins.
Raiders.
There he is.
He's one of the two guys that sit at the table and go, "Oh, Dr. Jones, you want Dr. Jones, you're going to look at..." I don't know why he suddenly turned into a guy from New York. But he's like, "Hey, Dr. Jones, you want to look at this new Ark? The Nazis are going after it. You better get after it first.
Yeah.
We're not going to take it away. It belongs in a museum."
Yes, which is I'm sure a debate we'll get onto at some point.
Exactly.
It's the ending of this film.
We'll get onto that. Jones has to go on a great adventure to Egypt to recover the Ark for these American dudes, thinking it was going to go into the museum because his friend is a museum friend who I didn't think existed when I first watched this film, but does. Is like, this will be a great asset to our museum.
Yeah.
We'll put the Ark in there. We'll have proof of God himself. You've got to do it, Indiana. You've got to go over there. Indy does the plane journey, which is done amazingly. I love his little outfits, I'm going to say. As a man who enjoys his fashion, he says, wearing grey cargo trousers, I enjoy his little suits. He's like a little action man. You dress him in his adventurer gear. He's got his hat and his khaki jacket. You dress him in his airplane gear. He's got his red tie and his pinstripe suit and his little fedora.
Yep.
You dress him in his casual wear. He's got like a little bathrobe on, or like a dressing gown or something, wherever he was wearing, like a dressing gown. You got sexy Professor Indiana Jones. He's got his waistcoat on and his tweed jacket or jumper, whatever he's wearing, and his little round spectacles. So I like his little outfit changes. I like his wardrobe.
Great. Nice one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He does the plane transition, which I've not. Yes. The pop of the plane transition. The plane transition. I've missed the plane transition. Why don't we ever do the plane transition anymore?
Right.
Anyone do the plane transition now? We should bring back the plane transition. I want to see the plane transition back because it takes off from wherever he was going. I think it was in New York, wherever he was leaving.
Yeah.
And then you see the line, you see the grainy footage of the plane in the background. Oh, he must be traveling. Da, 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 da. Yeah, the theme's playing on the whole time. The plane's traveling. It's like doing like a big arc to the... get it?
Yeah, nice.
Doing a big arc to the ark in Egypt. And then it stops. You see the little dots. Oh, it's amazing. Of course, he takes a stop off to get his friend Marion.
Yep.
His tutor or teacher or something like that.
Yeah.
Or one of his friends. But they're stopped by the Nazi SS. They're getting a big bar fight. I love how the guns sound. I'm going to say that first. The sound of the guns, you know, pow, 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 pa-ching, pa-ching, pa-ching. Or it sounds so 80s, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very old school.
It's like pa-ting, pa-ting. Or the sounds of the, you know, the sounds of the ricocheting bullets. And all the guns sound really heavy, like... You know, blow your hand off, you know, pa-dum,
Yeah.
pa-dum, pa-dum, like that.
Nice gun sound.
Exactly. And when the guy gets the machine gun out, and it's like, no, it's not like that. It's like that.
Thanks for correcting yourself.
Exactly. Well, no, it's got a specific sound, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like like that, and then you see all the bullet impacts and all the pa-ding, pa-ding, pa-ding noises. You know, get me from like Foley. I could narrate. It's like that French. It's like that French film. Have you seen that French film where all the gun noises are really random noises?
No.
Okay, it's just like French satire. It's not meant to be serious.
Right.
It's this French kind of comedy satire film, and there's action in it, and the guns do not sound like actual guns. There's a one point where a guy's leaning out the window, and he's got this like silenced pistol or something, and he's shooting across a guy who's in a bush, and they're shooting at each other. And they just sound like they're firing like silly string or like horns at each other, like ho-hee, ho-hee, like that, you know, or like the boing noise, like boing boing at each other. It's quite funny, but I imagine a bit like that. But yeah, the gun noises are heavy. Action is scrappy and sloppy and punchy.
Yeah.
The fire is done really well. You know, there's a bar that the fire ignites, and he's trying to, you know, put the guy in the fire. Everyone sounds like they're in tremendous pain, and I like that about film. Everyone sounds like they're just really. Everyone's sweaty and grimy and falling around.
You saw nothing.
And they're just slipping over and tripping over, and that one guy dives at the Nazi and he burns his hand. He screams like he's a Looney Tunes character, and he like dives into the snow hand first. He's like, oh, like that. It's the action is raw and palpable, Corey.
That's upside down. I'm just gonna make a note of something.
Right. Okay. The action is raw and palpable.
No.
Okay.
For any audio listeners currently.
Yeah, Corey's flipping pages or something.
So you real show people out there on the old Siren Radio, 107.3. Pop for that one, Ryan.
Yeah, well,
or
YouTube channel.
Anyone on Spotify, go on our YouTube and
if
probably.
You're watching on YouTube, you can watch our video version. You can see what we're doing. It's not much. I kind of drink from the water every now and then. And
making a quick note.
Right.
Saying approximately 31 minutes. I need to edit something. You'll see what it is. Nice little visual gag.
Oh, okay.
Little visual gag about 31 minutes in.
I didn't do a swear, did I?
No. This is a visual gag.
Right, visual gag.
Visual gag.
Visual gag. I like a visual gag.
So do I. I've not done one in a while.
No, don't only one. I think the last one we did was the Andy Serkis one. Anyway, there's the Ark is uncovered by Indiana Jones, and of course the great crux of this film, as often people say, is if Indiana Jones hadn't been there, the Nazis would never have found the Ark.
Yes.
Do you believe that theory?
They
were always looking in the wrong place.
Yeah.
And if they hadn't have found it, they would either have found it or they would have died. Because when you open the Ark, it kills you if you look at it. Spoilers. So when they open the Ark up, all the spirits come out. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful, they say. And they raise their arms. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, the Ark. And then all the spirits burn their faces off.
Yes. So would they have found it? I don't know.
And that guy's face, like, I don't want to just, because we're not allowed to do too much vulgarity, but they're all just set ablaze.
If you literally YouTube like Raiders of the Lost, it'd be like one of the first things to pop up.
And they melt like candle wax.
Yes.
Melt like butter.
Which is all like, for 1981, fair play. It's all like practical.
What film is this rated? Is this PG? It's back when PG meant something. It's back when, like, Dark Crystal PG, where the Skeksis Emperor's face turns into dust.
Lost Ark.
Well, I'd like to know what this film's
rating UK, please.
Because they say a couple of swears, I think. They say a couple of swears.
Previously classified as PG.
Oh my god.
It is now 12A in the UK.
Okay. PG, yeah, PG, when that guy's face, the white of that guy's face drains off the skin of his body.
So when it was released in 1981, it was granted an A certificate, which is now defunct. So then it became, I think, PG, and then it became 12A.
Okay.
But no, fair play. It's all practical, very well done.
Yeah, very well practical. Yeah, I love those models of the guys. You know, it is all well done. Everything is practical. There's only bits of CGI, I think, but I think it's limited, like, you know, the plane and whatnot.
Yep. But no, the ending of this film is always something. Because we did this. Because after we did Film Friday, we watched the film at college. We had a Facebook group for all the college students.
Facebook.
Yes. And you had to, in that group, the tutor would post the film poster, and everyone had to put a comment underneath the film about what they liked. It could be just in general, like a review, or it could be like technical-wise, like, oh, I like the cinematography because blah, blah, blah,
I like
blah.
the practical effects, 'cause
Yeah.
it's nice to see that Nazi's face combust in real time.
Yes. And a lot of the discussion was, I liked the film except the end, because it just kind of felt...
Oh, no. What's right? Are we going to get into an argument about the ending?
I don't mind it.
Right, I like it. I think
I
it's
don't mind
great.
it.
Because okay, this is going to be a bit. I'm going to limit this tangent to a few words.
That's fine.
I recently finished watching Succession, and the ending of Succession, spoilers for, you know, one of the greatest television shows of all time, Succession is not happy. It's not a happy ending. It's a tragic ending, and this is a tragic ending. They don't know what they've got there. What an amazing line to finish on, right? What an amazing line to finish on. It's tragic because the theme of this film is you don't mess around with nuclear power. The powers of ultimate destruction, the ultimate weapons, should not be used. And that is the theme of this film. That is the message of this film. The Ark of the Covenant is a nuclear bomb. And the Nazis are looking for nuclear power. When they find it, they don't know how to use it, or it blows up in their face. That's the story. That's the theme. That's the story. And it accomplishes that.
Yes.
And that's why I love this ending. Because it's not... I don't want to sound depressing. I don't think I'm a very depressing person. But sometimes films to wake you up have to end in a tragic way.
Yes.
Have to end in a way that makes you sit up and go, oh my goodness, they're doing this. That's amazing. And it makes you like it more, because it makes you realise the reality of, yes, the American government aren't great. The Nazis are trying to uncover this destructive weapon that the Americans wanted for themselves.
Yep. But no, when I was at college, I think a lot of the discussion, which I don't mind ending. I think it's fine. When I watched it the first time, I thought this is fine. This is. I'm not disappointed by this or whatever.
Were you disappointed?
No. But a lot of the discussion was like, it's kind of like what you said. It's like, it ends up in a museum, and people are like, "Oh, okay, that's a bit."
Well, it doesn't end up in a museum. It ends up in a massive storage.
Well, yeah. So it's like,
vault.
so people are like, "Oh, well, this is, because I remember the whole discussion is the whole of a film, because of that ending, becomes like not pointless, but it just gets put in a thing, and we never see it again. That's it. It's kind of like, oh, so he got a thing. Well,
we don't see it again because the American government wanted to have it, and they have it with thousands of other, probably powerful weapons of destruction through mystical means or something like that.
And then people brought on a conversation of, well, if he wasn't there in the first place, they wouldn't have found it anyway, so that's kind of pointless. Or
the Nazis
they would have died.
And then Hitler would have sent more Nazis, who then would have died. And then Hitler would have sent more Nazis, and then would have died.
Yeah.
And then World War II will be over, because all of the dead Nazis have gone to the Ark and have all died.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm like, I can see the point in that. I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. Like, I think it's a fine enough ending. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like great or like it's it's like, oh, this is amazing, this is a top. But I'm like, it's
I think
fine.
For a film of its time, this ending hadn't really been done before.
Yeah.
What's the ending of Star Wars, Corey? Could you give me the ending of Star Wars 1977? Give me your account.
1977.
Don't look it up, Corey. You know how Star Wars 1977 ends. How does A New Hope end?
It's Battle of Yavin.
Battle of Yavin, that's right. Luke Skywalker destroys the Death Star.
Yeah.
They get the medal ceremony
Big
at the
boom.
end. Big boom. They get the medal ceremony at the end.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford gets a medal.
He does.
Luke Skywalker gets a medal.
Chewbacca doesn't get a medal.
Chewbacca doesn't get a medal. Well, apparently, in Legends, he did get a medal.
Right, okay.
But it's Wookiee custom to not accept
Right.
a medal in public.
Right.
But then that was retconned in canon in the Skywalker saga, where he does get a medal. He gets Han's medal.
Yes.
So there we go. However, apart from him, the whole medal thing. Even though I like to think that the Legends one is still canon.
I don't think it's canon.
Get his own medal.
But he only accepted it because it's Han's in the first place.
Yeah, because it was Han's in the first place. Yeah, but I kind of like that Chewie did get a medal, but Wookiee custom forbids him from accepting it in public. He has to have a private ceremony.
Yes.
Which is a nice retcon. Which is a fun retcon, that is. But it's a happy ending. It's a happy ending, let's agree. Right? This is not a happy ending. He gets the girl, okay. He does get what he wants, but they take it away from him. Yeah. It doesn't go in the museum where he wants it to be. It goes in some vault where it'll never be seen again, or never be used again, that he doesn't know of. And the symbol of the Nazi eagle is replaced with the American Army symbol, and they just give it a new coat of paint and tack it in this vault and leave it there.
Pretty much.
Because that's... And the fact that his final line, they don't know what they've got, no idea what they've got there, is true. They have no idea what the Ark can do. They just have it because it's a powerful weapon, and they need it. Like what the guy says, who says that line, he says, an army with the Ark in front of it will walk unchallenged, or whatever he says, something like that. Because the Ark will just decimate everything in front of them. And that's the same as nuclear power.
What's the bet? At some random point, this is not a completely different tangent, but it's definitely not a thing. But if Indiana Jones had legends like Star Wars does, this would be a story.
It would be.
Someone
would have opened that Ark back up.
There'll be like two like new whatever like government whose their whole job is just to stand on that broom and just do nothing because no one's going to get in there anyway. And like there's like a random prank where someone just goes, open it.
Oh, it's like...
open it. He goes, open it. And the guy opens it, he just dies.
It's like Tag and Bink. Is that their names? It was like Tag and Bink from Star Wars Legends, who are like the two kind of joke characters that go around every sort of setting and time period. Like I said, they were actually in Solo, though. I think their scene was cut. But it's like the Tag and Bink of Indiana Jones. They're messing around in that vault with all the hundreds of boxes. Like, what's in this one? Ooh, what's in this one? Ooh, and they open the Ark up. And they open up, what's this? A big gold box. Someone's open this up. And then, whoa, all the spirits come out and stuff. And they don't die.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like they have to close their eyes for some other reason apart from like, they've both got pink eye.
Could you imagine that being like, it's like you go to like I don't know someone's house
where's this going?
Let's say like the president, right?
Right, the president.
Could you imagine if this is how the war ended?
Right.
He invites over.
The president goes, what? Use the Ark of the Covenant.
No. He invites over like this would happen in the first place. Invites over Hitler. It's like, we're gonna have a discussion. We're gonna have a peace talk. And he goes,
come and look at this big gold box.
No. He goes, he goes. You just told us, open that box. I've got
open this box.
Got something in there for you.
What happens when you fall into it?
It's a good question, actually.
Has anyone fallen into the Ark before?
What happens if you jump into it?
What happens if you jump into it? Do you go into the spirit
world? What happens is someone goes,
just die.
Probably. That's another thing. What if it's just in the back and someone goes, I'm going to put a prank, I'm going to open it up, lay in it and close it, I'm going to jump out and my friend just opens it, lays in there and just...
You just go, well, there's a port, it's like a mystical world.
Possibly.
Is it another dimension? Is it God? I don't think it's God. There was arguments that it's not God. It's like an alternate world. It's an alternate dimension, like Temple of Doom. Because in the Temple of Doom, there's like a portal to hell under the temple, isn't there?
Yes.
So maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like alternate dimensions, and that's all Indiana Jones is. It's not magic, because Indiana Jones says, "Oh, I don't believe in any of that mystical nonsense," or whatever.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford says, "Good blaster at your side, kid. I don't." That's Harrison. That's Han Solo line.
Yes.
But he believes in the same. He's saying, simple tricks and nonsense. He doesn't believe in the mystical arts, but he's proven wrong in basically in every single film.
Yes.
Up until the point where there's an alien spacecraft. But is it like alternate dimensions? Is it not? Is it not God? Is it just magic? Is it like another world where these spirits do exist, and it's not God? But who knows?
Who knows? George Lucas knows.
George Lucas knows. Maybe we should ask him. The rating for this for Raiders of the Lost Ark, Corey. What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 8.5.
8.5. I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay.
Very impressed with this film.
Yep.
Great effects, great casting, great action, great story. Amazing effects, amazing music from John Williams. Of course, don't even talk about how iconic the theme is.
True. Yep.
And iconic the themes of this film are. But for the weekly rec this week, Corey, you've got something prepared for us.
Yes, I have. So, I could have gone serious and gone the Lego Indiana Jones game, the first one, which is the best one. Because I brought out a second one that has all 4 films in it and it's awful.
Okay.
Don't play. And that was going to be my rec until the other day. I was watching a YouTube channel that we both know. And they brought out a video that I found massively hilarious. I've now watched it like 2 or 3 times in the span of about 2 or 3 days. And I was like, for some reason, I thought I want to recommend this on a radio show. I was like, how do I squeal it in? How do I squeal it in? So, I very, very loosely found out a way. So, there's a YouTube channel, right, which we're both aware of, called No Was Barred.
Oh yes, they're a bard. Yeah,
Both know who they are. They brought out a video recently.
With Sullivan Bo Brown.
Yes. They brought out a video recently.
Oh no, it's not this, is it?
They have a thing called House Rules.
Oh, it's this. I know what you're going to do here, Corey. How are you going to rope this into Indiana Jones?
Easy. We've got a thing called House Rules where they have board games and they change them up to be something else.
They changed the rules, to be more harder.
And they did it with Monopoly recently.
Yes, Communopoly.
Yes.
Corey. Where they make Monopoly communist.
Correct. The easiest way to rope it in.
How would you rope this into Indiana Jones, Corey? Because Nazis are in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And, you know...
But he's not. He's a communist.
No, but, you know, communists and Nazis, they have a history.
Yeah, they do have a history.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite a long story history. We don't have time to.
Exactly.
We don't have time to recap here.
Exactly. And if you watch that video, you'll see Nazis get mentioned a handful of times.
Yeah, they do.
And I thought, yeah, I'd recommend that.
Right. So what are you going to give this video? It's about an hour long, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Right. I know because I've seen it.
Yes.
Because I watched it when it came out.
Yep.
What would you rate this video, Corey?
Solid 9.
Some flipping heck. That got higher than the film got.
So you have to give it time. We have to review a whole hour-long episode.
Oh, you'd watch this as... Yeah, I imagine we'd, get some of the... We've got to get in contact with the No Ross Bars guys, haven't we, to get the video made?
Yeah. Yeah, we gave it to 10. We have to now review a whole thing. Can we borrow the board game, please?
Yeah, can we borrow it? Yeah, can we have a round? Can we play it?
Can we go over to wherever... I forgot where the shop is.
I don't know.
The board game shop.
Post it to us.
Yeah, all that.
Or we can, speak to the creator, have an interview with creator. Or Sullivan Bo Brown.
Dominic's the guy that made it.
Yeah, speak to Dom, yeah. Or speak to Adam.
All that.
This is a fun video. Thanks for Corey for recommending it. 9, I guess.
Yeah.
So you'd watched it. So this is preferable to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, it's different context, isn't it?
Well, exactly. That's why. That's why our rating system's completely arbitrary, because something like this can get higher than Raiders of the Lost Ark, but because of the context that the Ark is in,
can't remember.
It's like every single thing we review has its own spectrum of 1 to 10, and it gets its.
I can't remember what you gave Who Killed Captain Alex, but I'm fairly certain it was like an 8.5 or a 9.
Why are you bringing up Who Killed Captain Alex?
Because...
It's Uganda's first action-packed movie, Corey. Movie.
Because...
The movie's on. The movie's on. The movie's on.
Dinosaurs. Because I swear you gave it like an 8.5 or a 9.
I did.
It was higher than most things you've reviewed on this show.
Who Killed Captain Alex is the movie, Corey. The production in action. Super fighter, action-packed movie.
What's the bad guy from that called again?
Richard!
That's it.
Richard!
That's it.
I'd take Richard over Bellick, Richard Tiger Mafia
That's
is his
a
full
good
name. Richard Tiger Mafia. With that being said, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
What a start to the Indiana Jones film. We're probably, you know what? We might do all 3, all 4.
It will depend.
We'll brave the fourth one. We'll brave the fourth one. For content, we'll brave the fourth one.
Yeah, and by that time, maybe we've seen the fifth one.
By that time, it'll be like a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have time by then.
By that time, we'll have seen it in cinema, or, assumedly, it will be on Disney+.
Amazing.
Because it has to be, I think.
I think it does, yeah.
The other ones don't.
Well, no, they are, though.
Yeah, but they don't have to be because they were published by a, Paramount or something. They don't own Paramount, but now they own Indiana Jones, so they have to put the new. I don't know how it works. Some weird thing like that.
It's like how Sony owns Spider-Man, but Marvel can also use him, and it's funny like that.
Yeah.
And the Fantastic Four and stuff. In Raiders of the Lost Ark with a 8.5 and a 9.
Yep.
Very happy with this film. Let's say, I'm going to put my foot down now. We're going to do the trilogy: Temple of Doom, Last Crusade.
Yep.
The fourth one if we can be bothered. Thank you very much for watching and listening. As always, it's a goodbye from me, goodbye, and a goodbye from Corey.
Goodbye.